Hey, what's up, everybody? Going live, going live, going live. Boy, do we got some things to talk about today. See if we can't get some people on here. Talk about a few things. Hey, what up, Tyrone? What you doing, brother? I'll be right back, fellas. I gotta get earplugs. I'm live. I just gotta get earplugs.
Can I be in it?
No.
Hello, YouTube.
You're live, so you'll be on.
Hello, YouTube. It's TV. Hello, YouTube. It's TV here, and I'll take you for the nonsense.
What's up, everybody? I just got to get some. Somebody said hi, Liam. Somebody already knows who you are. What's up, fellas? What's up? What's up? What's up? I don't know if y'all can hear me. If y'all can hear me, let me know down at the bottom. I see Dogman's on here. What up, Dogman? All right. Well, we got about 4 people on here, so we might as well get down to it. So.
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yeah, I can hear you. That's all right. Don't worry about it. All right. Well, might as well get the party started. So, yesterday we seen a live happen yesterday, and we seen Steve from Red Lessons. Who was that? Curly Sense? Was that who that was?
Yeah.
And old Drunko the Clown himself. They was all on there having a good old time and about to get all crazy and talk about some stupid stuff. And if you notice that when Carlos got on there, the mood changed. I don't know if anybody noticed how when he got on there, the mood changed, but nonetheless, nobody really acted like they wanted to talk too much after that. But let's get into the juice of it all. So I hit up my man Dogman and I said, "Hey, Dogman, Steve is on live. Let's go check him out." So we hopped on there. We checked him out, and sure enough, he was on there with this girl who couldn't speak a lick of freaking English. And then you had Carlos, the drunkard, on there. And so I started asking some questions. I'll just be straight with you. The guy just totally ignored me. He didn't answer not one of my questions. So as soon as Dogman gets on there and he asks a question, Steve says, "Let me go ahead and address this."
Yeah.
And he said, the question simply was, "So how are you going to respond to people saying that your fragrances are clones?" And he said, "Let me go ahead and address these." He goes, "Well, I don't think they are." And then he says, "Well, matter of fact, I know they're not because I had a hand in it." See, he done screwed up. I mean, he done smacked himself in the face. He said, "I don't think they are."
Yeah.
Well, them, I would have known they weren't. I would have had to have come out and said, "Well, I don't think they are." Yes, Carlos was smashed. He did his own live about, I guess, whenever they were done, because it lasted about 2 hours, and he was hammered to the hilt again. So that's about all the questions. I threw out a bunch of questions. I asked him, pretty much the same line of questioning, but I didn't really get any response from him. whatsoever because they don't really like to acknowledge DB being around. So, with that being said, so somebody hit me up, a friend of mine hit me up and said, "Hey DB, there is a guy that is doing a review of one of Steven's new fragrances." So I checked out the video. So it's a new Novatus. They completely redesigned the whole bottle and went from 100 mLs to 50 mLs. But the thing that really got me about
For how much? For how much?
95.
Oh, hell no.
$95 for 50 ml. Or as the dude said, he spent 95 stripper dollars, whatever the heck that means. So maybe somebody can come brother up with that interpretation because I have no clue what that means. 95 stripper dollars. I'm from Maryland, and the guy who reviewed it from Maryland is from Maryland. I still don't know what stripper dollars are, so maybe I'm missing out. I don't know, but nonetheless, there was a. I'm trying to think of the name of the Alexandria fragrance, but he said that he had an Alexandria fragrance up in his room that smelled exactly like this new Novatus. So now Novatus is apparently, what's it mean? That means panties and jimmies are in the air, DB. Well, I guess, because I don't know what 95 stripper dollars is, but but anyway, so now he's basically copying Alexandria fragrances because it smelled exactly like it.
Hey, isn't Alexandria Fragrances a clone house too?
Yeah, but this was Alexandria did something. It was a mixture of Aventus and Baccarat Rouge, and it was called something. And that's exactly what I mean. If you really want to get down to nuts and bolts of it, Dua and Alexandria were joined at the hip. They came out about the same time. They both were real good friends. They both get their stuff from the same place. So, and then all of a sudden, now here comes Novatus, which it's all related, guys. I mean, it's no secret anymore that Alexandria is not in that mix anymore because they don't get along anymore. So I don't think I'll have any hand in it, but I know for a fact Dua had a hand in helping to get Steve and on the board. So it's a shame that a man's going to charge $75. Just went right back to a clone house again. They did it one time, Flores. They sure did. They did it one time. I know about a year and a half ago, real falling out. So I don't know if they do any of that stroke anymore, but I know for a fact that they used to be joined at the hip. Hanny and Mansa, or as they call him, Sam. They were real good friends, so they got their little start together. But I mean, now not only are you not cloning regular fragrances like Baccarat Rouge, for instance, or Mancera's Red Tobacco, now you're going out trying to copy Alexandria's fragrances. I mean,
And they're doing what Alexandria does. Don't Alexandria do 60 mLs and 30 mL?
Alexandria does, yes, I believe 55s and 30s.
Yeah. So now he's trying to go down with the mLs and charge more.
Well, you know how they used to have the Roja cap. The Roja. See, what a lot of people don't understand is that Roja was going to sue them. Was going to sue Novatus for a design infraction.
Wow.
I don't know what happened. I have not caught the news of this, so I'm only speculating when I say this, but I assume there was some kind of mutual agreement that either A, the next time you make a fragrance and you come out with bottles, that you go away from our design, because that's exactly what they did. They know
right.
They look even cheaper. DB, I was on the live and asked Stephen why he's selling clones. He's going to ignore everybody, man. You guys know that when I do this live, I have guys who talk to me that are subscribers, and we have good conversations. Then you get idiots to come on here and want to run their mouths. I'm going to acknowledge whoever. It doesn't matter to me who you are. I'm just going to acknowledge you and go ahead and be done with whatever BS you throw my way. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if anybody wants to come live, they can. And he said he was trying to do a dog man.
What happened? Oh, tell Tyrone is all good with the tag. I saw that.
Yeah, he saw that. I told him he could try something else, but he might do it. I'm not sure. I think he just did a video, but anyway, you know, I just don't understand. You know, I'm the kind of person that I don't know, man. I would have just stopped at the 7. That's
tired of the BS, man.
Yeah, I would have just been done at 7 and said, "Hey, I made my money, or I did what I had to do. I'm done." You know what I'm saying? Too much people on my jock. Too many people, you know, stabbing me in the back. I mean, he thinks he's got a lot of friends. He's got more enemies.
The dude that came out with more damn fragrances than Christian Dior came out in 20 years.
Right, and they're all clones. You know, I just don't. And then you got I don't know if you know a guy, his name is Michael Dinsmore. He's from Making Sense is his channel. And man, what a shill this guy is about to be. I mean, he did a review, which was a first impressions, and he said he should have called a parent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just come out, do your 7, count them, and be done. You've made your money. You know, he's got to be up in the hundreds of thousands of dollars of money made already. There's no doubt about it. So, but this Michael Dinsmore guy, he view, which was the first impressions of Novatus. This dude this dude's got a collection out the yin yang. In the back behind him is all this cologne. And I know Mike from TLTG Fragrance Lounge, that ought to tell you something. And this dude used to do decants all the time of every fragrance you can imagine. So you can't tell me you didn't get on there and put Novatus up to your nose and smell something similar to something else. And I called him out on it. I said, I knew you were a shill. And then he hits me up underneath the message and said, Dwayne, you caught the first impressions. Here's what I think. And he gave me a list of everything they smelled like. Well, you didn't make a video saying, hey, guys, now that I've had time to wear these, this is what I think they smell like. No. Instead, he went on Steve's live. He says, Dogman loves TLTG. Hey, Flores, they both Invictus fanboys. So, I mean, next thing you know, they're going to do a collaboration together. You watch and see.
You crazy. I ain't doing nothing with TLTG.
Come on, man. You both Invictus fanboys.
I don't do that. I don't mess with cloud chasers, bro.
I don't either. So, you know.
I don't go up there and mingle with the rest of them.
Yeah, he's from NOLA too.
Who? TLTG?
Yeah, he's from NOLA.
He ain't from the hood though.
Nah, that dude ain't from any kind of hood. The only hood he's from is the hoodie.
He sounds like he's more country or Cajun than anything.
I think he grew up most of his life in Texas, but nonetheless, he's from the hoodie. He ain't from the hood, bro.
Whatever, but I used to go down New Orleans, down to Canal Street all the time. I know about that.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Ross maybe he may have grew up in New Orleans, but he didn't grow up hood.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I went and I was catching a fugitive. I caught him in Frederick, Maryland, and I had to take him down to Louisiana. I couldn't take him into Texas because if you have a fugitive, you cannot take him into Texas. If you catch a fugitive into Texas, you can't bring him out of Texas. So I had to drop this guy off in New Orleans. And I'm just telling you right now, it was not my flavor. His hood stains panties. Yeah. I remember there was a police station, a guy drinking beer outside the police station, and I looked over to the left and I saw the dome that the Saints play in. And I followed it downtown, and downtown is where I had my first po' boy sandwich, which was off the chain. and there was a lot of gay folk there, and I just don't, I have nothing against gay people. I don't like gay. So I stayed in my car until the dude called me, and we made the exchange and went on about our business. I collected my money.
Yeah.
But anyway, this Navatus stuff, man, it's going to have to come to a head. He's going to have to answer. Somebody or somewhere, somehow, is going to have to make this dude answer these questions. And, you said TLTG has more scars than Dog Man. Yeah, where at? And his starfish.
Yeah, right. My bad. I didn't mean to laugh like that. You breaking up.
You guys ever noticed that all these shills and all these weird and stuck up people all come out of TLTG Fragrance Lounge? You ever notice that?
Oh, you talking about Ray Ford?
I mean, I don't, I personally don't have any issues with Ray Ford. I have one issue with him, and I told him off, and he apologized because he realized he was in the wrong. And Ray Ford was on the whole Navatus. Hey, what's up? He was on the whole Navatus, trying to tell everybody about Navatus being clones. And I mean, somewhere along the line, he just didn't want to talk to me no more, which I don't care. He's from my hometown. We both lived in the same exact hometown.
Well, here's the thing, dude. When you insult New Orleans like that, and you say New Orleans infested with the coronavirus, you're basically insulting the entire United States because, which is true, because everyone from everywhere around the United States goes to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, man. It's just crazy.
Well, I was always told people with glass houses shouldn't throw rocks.
Right.
Hagerstown, Maryland is where he's from. That's where I'm from. That's my hometown. It's dirty as hell too. So I don't know what.
I mean, hey, dude, they got celebrities catching that shit. So what does that tell you?
Yep. What's that? Don't worry, DB. I'll get the truth out of Navatus. I'll steal BFL's liquor. Yes, submit.
What do you
say? Yeah, that'd be the one.
I'll steal liquor.
I'm holding your liquor hostage.
Flores, man. Flores is
man, I just, but I mean, am I right? Wouldn't you just say, hey, I did 7 fragrances. I've been through too much pressure. People called on to me. Let's just be done. I'm finished. I don't need to do no more. Some people are a glutton for punishment.
Hey, DV, look, my girl's face is in this video. I need you to blank that motherfucker out. There's a reason.
I don't know how to do all that. Oh, her face wasn't in here. I seen her head.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I didn't see no face.
All right.
I seen the back of her head and the side of her ponytail. That was about it.
There's a reason, bro.
I understand.
It ain't nothing. I mean, it ain't nothing like. It's a life-threatening thing, dude. It's what it is.
All right.
And ain't got nothing to do with me, but
man, he said TLTG is tougher than Dog Man. Somehow I truly doubt that. I think Ray Ford might be tougher than TLTG. So
you can only find out when you get face to face.
Look at that. Look at that. That's what I make all day long. These things right here. You think you make them, you get tired of drinking them, but I don't drink much of them, believe it or not. But so they took the design away from Erosia, and now it looks worse than it did. So I mean, you're right on par with the same price, $95 for 50 ml. Double that up, you're still at $190. So
damn.
I mean, I just don't know. That's pure methane, DBG.
Damn.
I'm all about that methane. But But to me, it's just amazing. You know, and then he didn't want to answer one freaking question I had, but you are the more of the asshole, and he still answered your question. So
Well,
I didn't
he knows
understand.
I'm gonna go back and really make a. I wanted to ask him more questions, you know that, but I couldn't, dude. I couldn't stay in that live. I wanted to stay in that live, but I couldn't stay in that live, man.
If he would have answered me, I would have asked all the questions that needed to be asked. But you know, I had a funny feeling he was going to straight up ignore me. So
So he did ignore you then. Well, that's some.
I asked about 20 questions, and he ignored every one of them. I got screenshots of it. Excuse me.
It's down. I don't have it up. Hey, D, let me go. I gotta go, dude.
All right, bro. Talk to you later.
All right, man. All right.
So, just me, guys. It's all me. So I just didn't understand, guys, how. Yeah, I know you was. I was trying. I saw somebody else in there. There was a couple other people that I thought was in there that are subscribers of mine that I thought would give him a little harder of a time than they did, but nobody really gave the dude from that were my subscribers much of a hard time. You had a guy from Making Sense. Michael Densmore. He gave him money. He like donated. Was it $4.99 or something like that to him? What the hell you need to donate money to Steve from Redolescence for? I mean, I truly don't think that dude needs any money whatsoever. But that's how some people are. Some people, you know, they ass kissers. That's just what they are, man. And they want somebody to be their friend. And if that's what you want to do, I guess you can do that. But me, I'm staying away from it. Common sense tells me I made some fragrances. Somebody called on to me. Some people called on to me. I don't see how he thought it did well enough to come out and clone three more things, because one's already come out to be a clone of something else. So, I mean, if you're just common sense said you should have just stayed away. But now he's going to be a glutton for punishment. He's going to come back out. He's going to do these fragrances again because he's greedy for money, or the company he signed up for was greedy for that money. So, hey, man, more power to you. Carlos, keep getting drunk, brother. I feel sorry for that dude in the way I wish he'd quit drinking, but obviously it's not going to quit drinking. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to come on here and give you guys a little update about some of the stuff that I had caught. And I was hoping Dogman put a little bit more insight into what he was trying to ask, but I think there's some things going on, no big deal. But I'm going to make a video probably tomorrow morning, maybe tonight. Can you sing BFL? No. No. Not going to happen, bro. Not on this channel. I don't even sing my own tunes. But I'll be making a video with all the stuff I tried to ask. Oh, there is one more thing. So I was on Facebook and I caught wind of what used to be called Cali Gent. Now he changed his name to Jesus Fragrance, I think is what it's called. He was on there live with Carlos. And he said, good question, bro. Maybe we can ask him one day, but I mean, the only way you're going to ask him any questions is catch up to him with, you know, one of these scent explorers or these. And I'm not going to those things, brother. I'm sorry. It's not that I'm scared of anybody. I don't want to rub elbows with any of them people, to be honest with you. It just can't do it. But so Carlos from BFL was on there, and Cali Gent was on there, and they were doing their little collaboration. And yeah, Napatoos red tobacco. Yeah. And so the first thing I did was get on there and say, "Oh, look, the drunk is on here," and they muted me ASAP. And I hit up Jesus and I said, "Dude, you blocked me. I see how it is." He's like, "Dude, I'm not all about that negativity. I'm not all about that hate." See, that's where people get a little bit confused, is that there's no hate in the truth. You understand what I'm saying? When you speak the truth, there's no hate. I mean, the hate comes from you understanding that you're not telling the truth, and you hate the fact that somebody calls you out. So therefore you presume that's hate, and it's not hate. I don't hate any of them. I dislike them. I just don't hate them. There's no sense in me hating any of them. It doesn't get anywhere. So whenever they talk about DB hating, they've got other things to worry about. So hopefully some of you guys have caught my exposed video that I did the other day. You know, trying to get it out there, guys. It's nothing to do even hate on that channel. It's more or less trying to. He's a headless chicken, DB. He found out. he went from looking like a Hispanic Lionel Richie. Now he's all shaved up, touched up, and beard's all gone. So maybe he had a change of heart. I don't know. Maybe he had to use that gangster look to get subscribers. I don't know, man. I'm just taking an educated guess, but I have an issue when you go live, guys, you're subject to everybody's questions. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody that gets on here that has a question, you're subject to that. So to block and mute somebody because they're asking you questions or they have something to say is about as stupid and idiotic and childish as it can get. You putting yourself out there by going live. I know every time I go live, I'm putting myself out there to people like Jeremy Hines and other guys that want to come on here and say something. So be it. I don't care. You gotta, you know, do what you gotta do, man. Say what you gotta say. I'll address you. Period. I'll either tell you go smoke something or go fly a kite or I'll answer your questions. I'm not gonna hide from you or mute you or time out you or however that stupid crap goes. I don't even know how you do it. I could care less. But just remember, man, all you idiots out there that go live, that have a stream and go live, if I have something to ask or something to say, I'm going to say it. So if you see me pop up and you want to mute me or time out me or whatever the case may be, go for it, dude. I'll find you some other venue and I'll catch up to you on that venue. You're not going to be able to dodge me. I have a platform. I'm going to use it. Period. I'll expose your ass. I don't care. It's just how it's got to be. You know, you're either going to answer the questions and be honest about them, or I'll just keep hounding until I get some kind of answer. So you need to start doing a review. You don't want to do a swap for my pure leather. He don't want your pure leather, bro. You don't want it. Well, guys, I'm going to hop off here. I was hoping to keep it a little longer, but Dog Man wasn't up to it, so I got to. I'm going to hop off of here. I got work tomorrow, so I was hoping to get into about an hour conversation and all. But have you noticed Albatooth have been making more than a few bids? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, not only has he been trying to get to the UK guys, he's also getting to the Canadian guys, and he's also trying to, like BroSense, he's trying to, BroSense been waiting for Steve to send him samples or discovery sets for about 2 months now. Steve keeps telling me he lost his email or something, but he is trying to get to the smaller reviewers and, you know, lay them out to dry. You know, man, the thing is, he's hoping the smaller reviewers won't say it like it is. And, you know, Tyrone a good guy, but, you know, Tyrone likes to get along with everybody. BroSense likes to get along with everybody. So he's not going to dive in there and call him out like we do, which it's his priority. But, you know, if they smell like something, man, they smell like something. That's all I got to say. If I smell it, I smell it. If I don't, I don't. And I'll tell you if I do or if I don't. So the next time I get one of his fragrances, because I will get decants of them, I guarantee it, that'll be another video. And I'll call it like it is. If it is, it is. If it ain't, it ain't. So anyway, me get this freaking thing off of here. Yeah, he had a girl on there yesterday, Curly Sense. I don't know if she's British or what she is, but she had a heavy Australian or British accent. And guys were going all gaga over the girl. They weren't even asking her questions about. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they were. Those perfumers were terrible, weren't they? Those perfumers were terrible. I only seen two. Maybe he has another one. I don't pay attention. But he had two perfumers on there that felt so awkward about being on that camera. It was Greek. That's what she was. She was Greek. Yeah, I remember them saying he was Greek. Yeah. So them perfumers got on there. They both were like looking at Steve. This was like a turbo date. You know what I'm saying? Have you guys ever heard of turbo dates? Like you go out on a date, you sit down at a table, you got 30 seconds to ask these questions. And these guys were like, they wouldn't even look at the camera. The camera's over here. Like literally all they had to do was go like that and look. They wouldn't even look at the camera. They were looking dead at Steve. See, that's where people don't want you to read their facial language or their body language, so you can't tell if they're telling the truth or telling a lie. But I could tell they were lying anyway. But for most people, 80% of the people, you're not going to be able to tell if they're lying. They were not enthused. Anybody that makes a fragrance and somebody brings them on a channel that as the name of the fragrance is usually happy to talk about it, these guys were like, yeah, like a VV. And I put a little bit of this in it, a little bit. No, you don't even know who that dude is, I guarantee it. And not only that, you had no idea what's in those fragrances until he gave you the card so you could read off the cue card and tell what's in those fragrances. But, hey, I mean, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hey, I want to tell you a little story. When I was a kid, I had a terrible stepmom. And, I wasn't a bad kid really at all. And she used to set me on the chair for, days. I'd get in trouble, and I have to go sit on the chair in the living room or the dining room, and I couldn't go anywhere. I had to sit there all day long till it was bedtime. And the only thing I could hear was the TV. So the TV was blasting. I used to try to imitate the cartoons or whatever that was on. I actually, back in the day, was a real good. I could do Bart Simpson and all them guys really, really well. But anyway, just a little bit of my childhood. But nonetheless, man, it's these guys are just, they're nuts, man. And is the dude driven by money so hard that he has to put himself through 3 more reviews and have somebody come out and say, I mean, the dude that reviewed it, he literally said this smells like Baccarat and Aventus, but then he's like, I go upstairs and get this fragrance from Alexandria. It smells just like this one. So I was like, wow. But it is what it is, fellas. It's his life. He's going to have to live it. I figured he doesn't have enough gray hair by now, but maybe he dyes it. So, hey, guys, y'all take care. I want to hop up off of here. I got work tomorrow, so I'll probably get me an early sleep in. So thank y'all for sliding by. Appreciate y'all and your input. Thanks, BS. Thanks, bro. Thanks, Cardinal. Thanks all y'all for showing up and being good. Pete, thank you for showing up. And y'all just keep watching the channel, and don't forget to go over to Exposed, because Exposed has got some good stuff on it. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be good.